Hey guys, what's up? Was that too corny? I'm not used to doing these little vlogs or whatever, but my name's Mikkel and you're watching me for a reason. Either you posted a question and I have an answer, or maybe you're just curious, or maybe it's kind of a rainy day out and you're like, what's this girl even talking about? Who is this? Well, yeah, came to the right place. You did. I'm 22 years old. If you don't know me, or you just see me around and you're just like, who is this girl? Yeah. I work sometimes as a pharmacy tech. I'm in nursing school. I love Jesus. So this is obviously about weight loss surgery. So before weight loss surgery, I dedicated to 2+ years of my life lifting. My name on Instagram was Mick Likes to Lift. And on days where I ate like crap, I would always say, Mick likes to lift this donut up to her mouth because I love donuts. Girl. Someone's coming through the alley. It's awkward. Okay. Oh, it's my neighbor. Howdy, neighbor. Okay, anyway. So, let's get right onto this dang thing. I'm answering questions. So yeah, let's do it. So, what surgery? Roux-en-Y. The X in Roux is silent. It is R-O-U-X. Roux-en-Y. 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 Why, Mikkel? Why did you get the surgery? I'm so slick. Why did I get the surgery, guys? Okay, well, let me just explain what it is. So basically, Roux-en-Y is a gastric bypass. So you have your regular stomach, I don't know why my hands are always looking red. Yeah. So, you have your regular stomach, and what the surgeon does is basically cut a portion of that stomach, creates a little pouch, and then moves it farther down the small intestine towards like the jejunum area, if you know the small intestine at all. And so yeah, that's what it is. Okay? Cool. Okay. So why? Well, first let's do the cost. So someone asked about the cost, if I was comfortable sharing that, and that's fine, totally am. I'm comfortable sharing it because my insurance paid for most of it. I think we didn't have to pay. I say we because I had my parents help me. I still live at home. Okay, I think like $1,000 or so. So yeah. Honestly, why is because, guys, I just want to be vulnerable right now with you. I want to be honest. I want to be honest right now, okay? So why? PCOS, obviously, I'm tired of dealing with the insulin resistance. PCOS is insulin resistance and, glucose intolerance. So basically, the body when someone has insulin resistance, the body just doesn't respond to insulin as it should, okay? So that leads to high glucose levels in the blood, and that leads to fatigue, like the low energy. And the pancreas is basically like trying to distribute more and more and more insulin to convert that glucose into energy. And so that's what insulin resistance is. My body is just not, it's not how it should be, honestly. That's what PCOS is, basically. And so here's the thing, though. So they think that insulin resistance causes PCOS and not the other way around, because you can have PCOS and not have insulin resistance, okay? So let me see if I have any other little notes. So too much glucose in the body will slow down that breakdown of fat, which is why 60% of women who have PCOS are overweight. Which is awful. It's awful, guys. So the surgery will basically, it helps the way my body metabolizes insulin, really, is what it is. It'll also help with menstrual irregularities. And there's too much male hormones in my body. So that's where, you know, the bearded lady, that's PCOS, right? So I always forget how to say the name. I always say the name wrong. It's like Hirschism or something like that. I always say it wrong. But that is basically what that is. Too much of that male hormone in your body. And so that's going to help as well, you know, and it will also help with fertility problems. You know, I'll never forget the day my OBGYN is like, Mikhail, you may never be able to have kids. And so that was a big thing for me. Like I always post like I want to be a soccer mom and stuff, and like I do, right? So that was a big thing for me, and I really would love nothing more than to become a mom someday. So that honestly played a huge part of my surgery. I'm not gonna lie, because I do want a family eventually. I don't even have a husband or a boyfriend or anything right now, but maybe someday. Yeah, so let's see what other questions we have. Pre-op and post-op. So pre-op, it was a liver shrink diet. If you guys are watching this and you are, you know, I know some girls that on like my Instagram and stuff, where they have already had like the Roux-en-Y or the sleeve or whatever. You're probably like, oh my God, Bria, it sucks. It's basically just like an all liquid diet, and then for dinner you're allowed to have like one healthy meal. They gave you like you know, what you're allowed to have, what you're not. You can have like this amount of soap, blah 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 blah. Basically, it was like some lean cuisines, you know, smart ones, which it wasn't bad. Salads, you know, you can only have like 2 tablespoons of light dressing, and you can't have all the goodies on it, like bacon bits and blah blah blah. So I will say, my confession right now to you all is that I drank on New Year's Eve. I drank a couple beers, drank a couple brewskis, and Lord help me, I was like, this is gonna be worth it. So when it came to surgery day, they had to make a 6th incision because they said the liver was not where it needed to be to retract it. So, you know, which brings me to my next question. Why 6 months to a year to drink alcohol? I know I posted on Instagram that it was a year, because that is what I was initially told. Because I think they don't want you to, they don't want you to, you know, drink until a year. But just basic guidelines for recovery reasons, you know. You don't want to be out like drinking, and plus your body is going to handle it way differently after surgery. I've read a lot about people drinking after surgery. No, but I have looked into it, and people are like, you know, like 1 glass of wine and I'm done. So you just have to be careful. And I got the mom talk from my nurse, like, make sure you're in a safe environment when you drink for the first time. Like, you know, you eat. And I'm like, okay, girl, I know this. I know. Okay. Did you just hear my stomach? Maybe not. Okay. So, let me just say, going into the hospital that day, I was fine. I was like, let's do this. Yes. My mom, my dad, and my stepmom went surgery day. I had a friend that came too, but they had to work, so they weren't really there all that long. Didn't even get to see them. But anyway, I didn't want a huge crowd going there because I knew it was gonna look like a hot mess. Yeah, coming out from anesthesia, I got really, really, really sick. So it took longer than expected. Plus they had to make that 6th incision. So it took forever. You know, my mom was out there crying, thinking I was gonna die. I'm not even lying to you. So the surgery itself was, coming out of it, I don't even remember recovery. Like they put you in like a recovery room or whatever before you get assigned to like an actual room. I don't even remember recovery. I just remember waking up and going in and out from the anesthesia and just being in so much pain. In so much pain. I mean, really, when they say, what's your rating on a scale of 0 to 10? I say, girl, it's a 12. I'm not even lying. Like, I told them that. Like, it's a 12. Yeah, the pain for the first day and a half, it was almost unbearable, honestly. And I was like on 3 different pain medications. So even oxycodone 10 milligram, and I still was in a lot of pain. I was taking Dilaudid. I was doing the Dilaudid, and I was doing Tylenol, and they were putting stuff in my IV, and I was still in pain. It was a lot. It was a lot to handle. And honestly, at that time, I was like, the surgery is not worth it. Why am I doing this? And I feel like if you're watching this on, you know, you're one of the people on my Instagram you're gonna have this surgery, don't let this scare you, because this has honestly been the best thing in my life. And I'm so grateful I did this, but you have to get through the hard times to get to a good place. And this was my hard time, was in the hospital. And you know, that's me though. You see people on Instagram and they're smiling after their surgery. I was looking like a hot mess. And I had bad breath because I was already in like the ketoacidosis stage or whatever. So I was a hot mess. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Post-op, I left the hospital. First off, they wanted you to walk, okay, like the second day. And I was like, I can't do this. Like, I am dying right now. And they're like, girl, you better get up and walk, okay? And so I walked, and it was rough. I'm saying rough, okay? I had an abdominal binder on. I just looked like nasty. I look like a nasty out there, okay? And then for when I was walking, I was thinking about my surgery, and I was like, these people just saw me naked. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a weird feeling that, like, just to think about. Like, I was like on a table naked. These people just saw me. But anyway, that's a random thought. I'm just saying. Okay, so I think that was really hard. You have like different phases that you go through. So like, you know, phase 1's all liquid, then you get into puree, and I'm in stage 3, which is the soft food stage. So I can have, you know, yogurt, protein shakes. I could have a half a piece of toasted bread. It's easy. I think it's just easier to go down into your pouch. Any kind of like, not any kind, but a lot of meats, so like chicken, hamburger, blah, blah, blah. Chili, I can have chili. Also, I heard Wendy's chili is amazing. It has 18 grams of protein in the small bowl. I looked it up, and people who have had weight loss surgery are all like raving about it. Like, yes, chili. Decaf coffee. It's not all decaf coffee in here, but I did the Premier protein drink, which has, oh, excuse my cat, which has 30 grams of protein and 1 gram of sugar. And I actually mixed that in with the decaf coffee. Obviously, this is not a trick of my own. A lot of people do this, and it's awesome. Yeah. Henry, he's being such a brat right now. He always wants to be the center of attention. Okay, anyway, so yeah, so I'm guessing the next stage has to be solid foods, so yeah. Also, I had to drink 1 ounce out of 1 ounce cups. Right now I ditched the 1 ounce cups because I'm so tired of doing it. And I don't think a lot of people do it, honestly, because my dietitian was like, oh, you still do the 1 ounce cups? Oh, that's good. Like, but on the papers and stuff, it just says sip slowly. So that's what I just do. I used to pour it in a 1 ounce cup and I'm like, screw this. I'm over it. Like, I can't be doing this while, you know, I'm like out grocery shopping or something, like with my 1 ounce cup. And believe me, I have done that. People are looking at me like, what's that girl pouring in that little cup? What's in there? Is that vodka? No, but anyway. Meds taken. This is coming from a nursing student. Love it. Meds taken. So, believe it or not, I take one big old multivitamin, but I ordered a bariatric chewy vitamin, and it will be here soon. I have to take calcium citrate. That will also be here soon. I have to take a vitamin B12 dissolvable because my body does not do anything with B12 anymore, so I gotta take that now. Omeprazole, 40 milligram. It's required for 3 months after surgery. That's basically for like acid reflux, in which I had horrible acid reflux before. Almost had like some freaking cancer from it or whatever. But the surgery will mostly eliminate all of that acid reflux, so I will not have to take omeprazole ever again. I was on medication for my PCOS, but I don't have to take that anymore because my body is already starting to it's starting to work in a way that is great right now, honestly. So yeah. Let's see. It's a rainy day out here today, guys. What fact? I already talked about that. Goals. Obviously to be an Instagram model, clearly. Okay, just kidding. Goals. You know what, guys? Here's my goal. My goal is to wake up and be better than I was yesterday. And I'm not even lying when I say that, because I could have a goal weight, and I kind of do, but I kind of don't. And honestly, my goal is to, you know, walk 5 minutes more than I did, you know, the day before, or drink a little more water, or, you know, do anything, or, you know, try to be up and about more. I think that with this surgery, you have to take it day by day or it'll make you go crazy. I'm not even lying. I'm a person who really, you know, like, I'm doing this for the future. I'm doing this for my future self kind of person. But I really feel like with this surgery, it's necessary to take it day by day, because there's a lot of things. And I feel like if you don't take it day by day, I just feel like you're just going to go crazy, because there's just so much to it. There's just so much to just like, okay, what can I eat now? Or, you know, like, what am I going to eat tomorrow? Am I going to eat the same thing tomorrow as I did today? Like I don't want to eat that again. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just easier to take it day by day and become better and become stronger. That's what my goal is, to become stronger. And honestly, I want to become a runner. I want to start running. And I feel like that is now something I can do and actually enjoy it, like get that runner's high. You know, maybe not. I don't know if that's even true, but I know that I was getting that same kind of high, but from lifting. And right now, it's too hard for me to lift right now, just because I'm still kind of recovering. I can only lift 25 pounds, but I'm trying to think that, you know, probably not a good idea at week 3. I asked a woman on Instagram who also had the same surgery as me as when she started running, and she said around week 8. So that's still 5 more weeks before, you know, I can really try to run. But I might be able to do it a little bit sooner than that. I guess it just depends on my intake and things like that. And so I'm really excited. That is one of my goals. I want to start running, and I think it's possible now. I've almost lost 30 pounds since I've had the surgery, and I think it's something that I could enjoy now, because it's not putting as much pressure and weight on my knees, because I've had knee problems in the past. So yeah, that's one of my goals, to become a runner. You'll see me in your next marathon. Okay, let's all have a laugh about that. Okay, why can't I drink alcohol? Did I already answer that? Why I can't drink alcohol? I don't remember. But if I did it, shoot, I can't remember if I answered that or not. Well, it's because my body's still healing. So if I already answered that, oh well. But if I didn't, it's because my body's still healing. You don't want to put all the alcohol and nastiness and stuff, you know? You gotta wait. Will I be 50 years old living with restrictions? I guess it just depends. You can stretch your pouch out to like how your stomach was, like the size of your stomach. You don't want to do that. So probably, you know, I'll still be able to drink. I'll still be able to have fun. And here's the thing, like, I don't romanticize food as I used to. So I don't, whenever I'm sad, I used to eat something. Whenever I'm happy, I used to eat something. It might be something small, but like, I don't do that anymore. Like, I generally have to force myself to kind of eat, which to me, that's amazing. Like, it's so amazing to just like not have to think about that, you know? Sometimes I do have cravings, believe it or not. Like the other night I was craving Taco Bell and I was like, I just want some Taco Bell. Like, oh my God, like sounds so good. And then I was just like, nope, like it's just a thought though. It's just a thought that you know will never be, you know? It's just like in high school when you were kind of dorky, like you see like a really cute guy on the football team and you're just like, oh. Like it's something that you kind of want, but you know you'll never be able to get right now. I got some people in my high school hit me up in my DMs. Anyway. Yeah, so it's kind of like that. Okay. Biggest non-skill victory was honestly today. I got a pair of jeans and they didn't fit before and now they do. And when I say they didn't fit, I mean like they really did not fit. It was ugly. It was really ugly. But they fit now and I'm wearing them. I would stand up, but I don't really want to. But yeah, they fit and they're perfect. And that was great. That was a great feeling. Having your clothes fit better. Not having as much like I said, pain in my knees. That's awesome. And honestly, just feeling mentally better. I think that's a big non-skill victory. Is just feeling mentally better. I feel like when you are doing such a huge surgery like this, you have to be mentally stable. And I think that lifting for these 2 years before this surgery has really helped me with self-love. I know I put hashtags on Instagram like hashtag self-love, but I really mean it. Like being true to yourself is loving yourself, being true, being kind to yourself. It helps you so much because when people aren't kind to you, when people are mean and rude to you, you don't take it as you would if you didn't love yourself. You would let those negative words completely destroy you. And so I have noticed that not even the surgery didn't help me seek self-love. I feel like this whole journey, you know, if you've been following me on Instagram, social media, if you're in my life even, having known me for, I hate when someone goes down that alley. Having known me for these past 2 years, you know, it's amazing, you know, that I got in the gym and I started lifting and what a difference it has made. I've really cut out a lot of toxic people. I've started to see the worth in me. I've started to lose weight. I've started to feel better about myself. And I always used to get so frustrated when people would, you know, start talking to me that had never talked to me before and they've known me like their whole life basically. And they started talking to me and I used to get so mad about that, right? Like, why did they ever talk to me when I was really overweight. Like, they didn't like me then they don't deserve to like me now. But here's the thing, when you're happy, it attracts other people to that happiness, is what I've noticed. Like, if you're really happy and you love life now and you do things that you love, people are going to want to be around you more. It's just solid facts. And so I've really taken that into consideration, and I have made friends, you know, after the surgery. Not after, well, yeah, after the, even after the surgery, but more so like during this journey, people who love the gym and people who have inspired me. And I feel like I've grown more into friendships. Yeah, I've grown more, I've grown closer with people in the past couple years. Because either they have inspired me or they helped me seek that potential in myself that I didn't know I had. So yeah, moving on. Oh, my laptop. Sorry guys, this is really annoying, but my laptop just literally... Okay, I remember what the last question was, I think. My laptop basically just died. It was why, basically, like, what makes you so positive, and, or yeah, I think it was like, what makes you so positive, and, or what keeps you positive. What keeps me positive is the negative words that people have said about me. I've basically been called every name in the book, to be honest, but most of them have been in relation to my physical appearance. You know, chubby, fatty, whatever. I've been called them all, really, when it comes to that. And just like really harsh comments that people I love have made to me. That maybe they didn't even realize they were making, you know, that's the worst, when they really don't even know that they're making a harsh comment. And I think about those things. And that is what motivates me, honestly. That is what keeps me motivated. Doesn't make me happier necessarily. I would say, yeah, it keeps, in a sick, twisted way, yeah, it keeps me happy because I know that I have grown so much that those things really used to bother me. And the fact that they don't anymore, and I'm just using it as motivation, that makes me happy. That keeps me satisfied, because I know that those people who have said those things, they can never say those to me now. And if they did, then I would laugh at them and tell them, like, okay, you're a joke. I used to have a person I went to school with, I'm not mentioning any names because I know people might go to school with me on here. They were a friend of mine, and they used to call me when they were out with their other friends, super late at night. This was during like middle school or something, early high school, and like just call me every night and just say like, oh, like, you're so fat, Mikkel, like, I just can't believe that you look like that, blah blah blah. And those things really hurt especially when you're younger. Oh my goodness. And I still think about those times. I really do. The person actually apologized to me way later in life, like 2 years ago, maybe a year ago. And I think about those times because they've made me who I am today, you know? And the harsh comments that have really hurt me, I would never say those to anyone else, especially someone who's going through this journey, or maybe someone who isn't going through this journey and they love their body regardless if other people love it. I would still never say those things to them. Overall, I feel like this weight loss journey as a whole, I'm not just talking about the surgery, I'm talking about 2 years of putting in work. I want you guys to remember me for not only the surgery, but the work and dedication that I have put in before the surgery too. I know that I've had a lot of messages from people like, oh, like, you're doing so good, like, what do you do at the gym, blah blah blah. And I want you all to know that those things really inspire me and motivate me to keep going too. And I don't want you guys to think that this is a shortcut or that I'm doing this for the wrong reason. And if you do, that's fine. I really don't care. But I have a lot of respect for a lot of people. Kitty. I have a lot of respect for a lot of people. And I want you guys to have that same respect for me. You know? So, yeah. This is my Q&A. And, ow. My cat's getting angry. So I better go. But this is my Q&A. And I kind of liked it. I kind of enjoyed it. Maybe I'll make another video sometime about something random or whatever. You know? We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But for now, this will do. It's 30 minutes long. Sorry. But I hope I answered all of your questions. And, you know, if I didn't, feel free to reach out to me and ask me once more. Like, hey, you didn't address this in the video. Like, what the heck? I'll answer it for you. But, yeah. So, should I do something corny? Like, you know how people do, like, corny things? Like, before they end, like, a video, they're like, yeah, peace out. Like, Mikel, leaving. Okay, bye.